Okay, hello peoples of YouTube. I'm gonna do a little something different today if I can focus and like actually do it. We're drinking sweet red wine. So, what time is it? Almost 2 o'clock. Be almost bar time. If I was sitting in a bar, except I'm sitting in my own house. Whatever. I'm gonna read from a book. I'm gonna read from 50 Shades of Grey. I'm not even gonna read like the naughty bits. There's a scene that I picked out, chapter 7. I actually like this better than the other stuff. It's when Christian takes Anastasia into the playroom for first time, I guess. Doesn't really do anything, just gives her a tour or whatever. See how long I feel like reading this fucking thing. I know I'm not doing that fucking stupid challenge, read 50 Shades of Grey without laughing, because fucking wine is gonna make it impossible. Okay, sorry, I've had way too much. I don't even know if I can read this fucking thing. Okay, chapter 7. He first takes her into the playroom. Okay, if I could focus for like 5 fucking minutes. Okay, focus. The first thing I notice is the smell of leather, wood, polish with a faint citrus scent. It is very pleasant. As I said, I am beyond the fucking point of fucking reason. It is very pleasant, and the lighting is soft and subtle. In fact, I can't see the source. But it's around the cornice in the room. What? Yeah. Emitting an ambient glow. The walls and ceiling are a deep, dark burgundy, giving a room-like effect to the spacious room. The floor is old, varnished wood. There is a large wooden cross like an X fastened to the wall facing the door. This is not even like fucking funny. I don't even... whatever. There is a large wooden cross like an X fastened to the wall facing the door. It is made of high polished mahogany, and there are restraining cuffs on each corner. Above it is an expansive iron grid suspended from the ceiling, 8 foot square at least, and from it hang all manner of ropes, chains, and glinting shackles. By the door, two long, polished, ornately carved poles, like spindles from a banister but longer, hang like curtain rods across the wall. From them swing a startling assortment of paddles, whips, riding crops, and funny-looking feathery implements. Hang on. There. Ooh, I'm lost now. Beside the door stands a substantial mahogany chest of drawers, each drawer slim as if designed to contain specimens at a crusty old museum. I wonder briefly what the drawers actually do hold. Do I want to know? In the far corner is an oxblood leather padded bench, and fixed to the wall beside it is a wooden polished rack that looks like a pool or billiard cool holder. holds canes of varying lengths and widths. There's a stout 6-foot-long table in the opposite corner, polished wood with intricately carved legs, and the 2 matching stools underneath. But what dominates the room is a bed. It's bigger than king-sized, and inordinately carved rococo for a poster bed with a flat top. It looks late 19th century. Under the canopy, I could see more gleaming chains and cuffs. There is no bedding, just a mattress covered in red leather. Just a mattress covered in red leather and red satin cushions piled on one end. At the foot of the bed, set apart a few feet, is a large oxblood Chesterfield couch, just stuck in the middle of the room facing the bed. An odd arrangement to have a couch facing the bed. And I smiled to myself. I've picked on the couch as odd, when really is the most mundane piece of furniture in the room. I glance up and stare at the ceiling. There are carabiners all over the ceiling at all intervals. I vaguely wonder what they're for. Weirdly, all the wood, dark walls, moody lighting, and Oxford leather makes the room kind of soft and romantic. I know it's anything but. This is Christian's version of soft and romantic. I turn, and he's regarding me intently, as I knew he would be, his expression completely unreadable. I walk further into the room, and he follows me. The feathery thing has me intrigued. I touch it hesitantly. It swayed like a small cat o' nine tails, but bushier, and there are very small plastic beads on the end. It's called a flogger. Christian's voice is quiet and soft. I think I'm in shock. My subconscious has emigrated, or being struck dumb, or simply kneeled over and expired. I am numb. I can observe and absorb but not articulate my feelings about all this, because I am in shock. What is the appropriate response to finding out a potential lover is a complete freak, sadist, or a masochist? Fear, yes, that seems to be overriding feeling. I recognize it now, but weirdly not of him. I don't think he'd hurt me. Well, not without my consent. So many questions cloud my mind. Why, how, when, how often, and who? I walk toward the bed and run my hands down one of the intricately carved posts. The post is very sturdy, the craftsmanship outstanding. Say something, Christian commands, his voice deceptively soft. Do you do this to people, or do they do it to you? His mouth quirks up, either amused or relieved. People? He blinks a couple times as he considers his answer. I do this to women who want me to. I don't understand. If you have willing volunteers, why am I here? Because I want to do this to you, very much. Oh, why? I wander to the far corner of the room and pat the waist-high padded bench and run my fingers over the leather. He likes to hurt women. The thought depresses me. You're a sadist. I'm a dominant. His eyes are a scorching gray and tense. What does that mean? I whisper. It means that I want you to willingly surrender yourself to me in all things. I frown at him as I try to assimilate that idea. Why would I do that? To please me, he whispers as he cocks his head to one side, and I see a ghost of a smile. To please him. He wants me to please him. I think my mouth drops. Please Christian Grey. And I realize at that moment that yes, that's exactly what I want to do. I want him to be damn delighted with me. It's a revelation. In very simple terms, I want you to want to please me, he says softly. His voice is hypnotic. How do I do that? My mouth is dry and I wish I had more wine. Oh, funny. Okay. Shit. People. Shit. Okay. Moving on. Okay, I understand the pleasing bit, but I am puzzled by the soft border Elizabeth torture setup. But do I want to know the answer? I have rules, and I want you to comply with them. They are for your benefit and for my pleasure. If you follow these rules to my satisfaction, I shall reward you. If you don't, I shall punish you, and you will learn, he whispers. I glance at the rack of canes as he says this. And where does this all fit in? I wave my hand in the general direction of the room. It's all part of the incentive package, both reward and punishment. So you get your kicks by exerting your will over me? It's all about gaining your trust and your respect. And you'll let me exert my will over you. You will gain a great deal of pleasure, joy even, in your submission. The more you submit, the greater my joy. It's a very simple equation. Okay, and what will I get out of this? He shrugs and looks almost apologetic. Me, he says simply. Christian rakes his hand through his hair as he gazes at me. You're not giving anything away, Anastasia. Let's go back downstairs where I can concentrate better. It's very distracting having you in here. He holds his hand out to me, and now I'm hesitant to take it. Kate had said he was dangerous. She was so right. How did she know? He's dangerous to my health, because I know I'm going to say yes. And part of me doesn't want to. Part of me wants to run screaming from this room and all it represents. I am so out of my depth here. I'm not going to hurt you, Anastasia. I know he speaks the truth. I take his hand and he leads me out the door. If you do this, let me show you, rather than going back downstairs. He turns right out of the playroom, as he calls it, and down a corridor. We pass several doors until we reach the one at the end. Where was I now? We pass several doors until we reach the one in the end. Beyond it is a bedroom with a large double bed, all in white, everything, furniture, walls, bedding. It's sterile and cold, but with the most glorious view of Seattle through the glass wall. This will be your room. You can decorate it how you like, have whatever you want in here. My room? You're expecting me to move in? I can't hide the horror in my voice. Not full time, just say Friday evening through Sunday. We have to talk about all that, negotiate. If you want to do this, he has his voice quiet and hesitant. I'll sleep here? Yes. Not with you. No, I told you I don't sleep with anyone. Except you when you're stupefied with drink. His voice is reprimanding. My mouth presses in a hard line. This is what I cannot reconcile. Kind, caring Christian, who rescues me from inebriation and holds me gently while I'm throwing up in the azaleas. And the monster who possesses whips and chains in a special room. Where do you sleep? My room is downstairs. Come, you must be hungry. And this is all very boring now. So I'm quitting. Adios.